Okay, let's have a little fun, see if we can't build this part here. We're going to do this all in a single sketch using elongated holes, cylindrical elongated holes, and the keyholes. You got the keyhole in the middle. The cylindrical long elongated holes are around here, these slots. And these slots here are called elongated holes here on CATIA. So let's create a new part and try it out. I'll hit the plus to open a new tab. And we'll go back to part design. And we'll select this plane and go to sketch. We'll slide this axis down. Let's get it out of our way. Let's create a circle right in the middle of this part here. Now you may remember me creating slots in another exercise where we created a hole and then created another hole or circle and then created a line on the top and then another line on the bottom, and then we use this quick trim feature to remove that portion out that I didn't want, and then you had a slot. Okay, I'm going to show us a new way of doing this. So first off, I'm going to start with the keyhole and work my way up. Under the keyhole feature, I'm going to go to the same center point as the circle. I know I'm at the same center point because it highlights the circle as a dark blue, and that's telling me it's concentricity. So it means it shares the same center point as the outside circle. Now create a line down, and I'll click a position, and the first radius we define is the smaller radius. And then I come back up to the top and define the bigger radius by clicking, and there's your keyhole. Next feature we'll do is the cylindrical elongated hole. And I simply start at the same center point, so it's concentric as well. We'll come over here and I'll just use this grid to kind of help me line that up. Actually, I'm going to come a little further out. Let's go to this grid point here. And then I'll slide up to, let's say, this grid point here. And then I'll slide down and click a position to define the radius of that cylindrical elongated slot. Okay. Notice that the profile is already highlighted. With that profile highlighted, we can use this rotate feature. We're going to rotate that slot. So I'm going to hit rotate, and I'm going to select the same center point. Okay, and when I move my let's change this angle to 20 and hit tab. You can see one of the slots is moving out now. Why is that not following me? I'll just lay on the arrow here and rotate this around. Come on. Or I can do 360 divided by 3 and hit tab, and it will calculate the angle. Now why is it doing just a 1? Let's go 2 and hit tab. You can see there's 2 there. I don't know why when I had 3 it wasn't doing anything. I'll put it back to 1 and hit tab. Okay, so there's 1. You'll notice if I hit this up arrow, it goes to 2, and there's the 2. A lot of people make a mistake and do 3, and they put the slot on top of another slot, and then it gets confused. So the trick here is just use 1 and then add another one and see what it looks like. And once you realize that you've got everything you want, you just simply hit OK, and it creates your slots. So again, I created the elongated holes and keyed in the angle by typing in 360, which is a full circle. and divided it by 3 to set the 120-degree rotation. I'll select OK. There's your 2 slots. I'll just select off that so it's not highlighted anymore. And just for fun, we will finish this with elongated holes, which you and I would probably call slots. I'm just going to start here, come up to about here, move this over, 1/4 inch looks good, click a position. With that profile highlighted, we'll change the rotation to mirror, and this will allow me to create a slot on the opposite side, which will keep the part symmetrical. So I'll use mirror, and I'm going to grab the axis from this elongated keyhole, and there you have it. So that was an example of your keyhole, cylindrical, elongated hole, and the elongated hole, which you and I would call slots. I'm just going to analyze this, and I'm going to make sure that it is all closed profiles. If you don't have all closed profiles, you probably have overlapping curves and circles, and you will see a bunch of points or circles and curves all on top of each other, and they'll say open. In this case, it was done correctly, so they're all closed off. I can exit the sketch. I'll just pop into pad and select OK, and then select OK here, and that's how we created that part. I'd like you to open up your tree. Make sure your sketch is where it belongs. It should be in the part body only, not in the geometrical set. Rename the geometrical set to construction. Rename this part with your name. Rename this part as elongated holes or elongated slots and keyhole. And that's it for this part. Just that simple.